Hey everybody, and welcome back to our maths videos for this week. Before we get started, I should do a big shout out to Michael from 56V. He has been peppering my YouTube comments saying axolotl, axolotl. He wanted an axolotl shirt, looked around, couldn't find an axolotl shirt. I thought, what can I do? And you know what? Just made it myself. I made it myself, especially for you, Michael, because you keep commenting. I appreciate your contributions, and I made it happen. So I hope you're happy with this. Snaxolotl. I think it works quite well. That sounds like me during home learning. Snaxolotl. Anyway, let's move on. Thank you, Michael. Today we're talking about chance. And in chance, basically, you'll hear chance and probability. It is the likelihood of an event happening. How likely something is to happen. How likely is it that it's going to rain tomorrow? How likely is it that, you know, a spaceship's going to land in my backyard? All of these things. Now, in K-4, usually, we use a lot of these terms like unlikely, likely, certain, impossible. It takes a little bit of time to get around because some people like to think some things are certain that aren't certain, or that some things are impossible that aren't. It's impossible that my dad's going to pick me up this afternoon because he's at work. Well, that's not impossible. It's unlikely. But if he was supposed to pick you up, but then something happened and he had to come and pick you up, it's not impossible. But what we're going to move along today is to the learning intention for today is that I can place events on a number line from 0 to 1. Okay, so we're going to have a number line that goes from 0 all the way to 1. 0 is impossible, 0% chance, and 1 is 100% chance it is certain. Okay, so we're going to try to place those sort of events. Okay, so basically when we're looking at our number line, which goes from 0 to 1, 0 means 0 out of 100 chance of happening. If you did 100 times, it would happen 0 times. It is 0% chance. So that's all these things down here. So me jumping up and not flying to space, I could do it 1,000,000 times, it would never happen. It comes right on here at 0%, on 0 on the number line. If it's halfway, which is 50-50, which is 0.5 on our number line, 0.5 means 50 out of 100. If you did it 100 times, it might happen 50 times. 5 out of 10 is the same thing, or 50%. Anything is 50%. So if you flicked a coin, heads or tails, what are the chances going to be heads? That event would come up right in the middle of a number line. And then we have things right at the end, maybe like 0.99, right towards the end, saying that's 99% chance going to happen every single time. It could be that your mum picks you up every single day from school, but one time someone else picks you up. What's the chance of your mum picking you up from school? 99% chance. 0.99. It's only happened rarely, like once a year or something like that, once or two times a year. It would come right at the end. Okay, so when we're doing our events, 99 out of 100, 99%, all those things mean the same thing. If it was 0.99, means the same as 99 out of 100. So let's get started on our events, on our number line. All right, let me get my trusty ruler to make my number line. Okay, let's try to make this straight. Zero, 1. Okay. If we were using those same things from last time, you put certain here, impossible here, even chance here, likely and unlikely. But let's think about what we're going to put there. Firstly, let's give some scenarios. What is the chance that a whole tree is going to grow from the floor all the way to the top of the atmosphere tomorrow? Impossible? 0. What is the chance that I'm going to eat lunch today? Let's go right up here. It's not certain. Something might happen and I might not be able to. But let's say 99.99% chance of the time I would eat lunch today. So we're going to put it right next to 1. Okay? And we're going to have that. But that's just sort of guessing. Today we're going to do one that's a little bit more scientific. We're going to use this picture here. So in your activity, you're going to get given a scenario, usually a bag of marbles or things like that, and you have to place some events on the timeline. So the first event might be place your, line, mark a line of how likely it will be if you put your hand inside the bag of marbles and pull out a red marble. Okay, the first thing you need to do is find out the probability by finding out the fraction. So let's use our red marble. Red equals, how many red marbles are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of how many altogether? 6 out of 10. Okay, remember I told you before, 6 out of 10 also means 60 out of 100, which also means 60%, which also means 0.6. All those things are related. Okay, so if, let me just make sure I know where the middle is, that probably would help. If my shape is 56.5, then somewhere there is 0.5. Cool. On your line, you'll have lines to help you with it. Okay, so if my red marbles are 6 out of 10, right, and this is 1, and this is 0, 0.5's in the middle, then probably 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, probably somewhere there. 0.6 red marble. Which, because I had a 6 out of 10 chance, the red marble goes there. Okay? Because that's where it goes from 0 to 1. Now our green marble, however, has 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 10, which we talked about before, is 40%, 0.4, and so on and so on. Now once again, if that's halfway and that's 0.5, then 0.4 would be probably somewhere around there. 0.4 green marble. Okay, which would be 40% for 40 over 100, all those sorts of things. Okay, let's see if we can do another one. What are the chances of a yellow marble? There are 10 marbles and 0 of them are yellow. So if I put my hand in and pulled out a yellow marble, it would be here. 0% chance yellow. What about if I said, what is the chance I put my hand in and pull out a green or a red? That would be 10 out of 10, which would be a 100% chance of happening, which means on the scale of 1 to 10, 0 to 1, it goes all the way up here, which is green or red, 100%. Okay? Now the main thing you need to know is from 0 to 1, so it needs to either be out of 10 or you need to change it to out of 100, okay? So if you had 20 marbles, you know what? Let's stop this and say, if you could do this, if you're in year 5, that's excellent. That's all you need to do. The next thing I'm going to say is only for those students in year 6 or those students who might want to do the extension activity. But if you're not up to that, don't stress out about this part. This part is not necessarily something you have to do, but I just want to explain it to some people who might be up to this activity. All right. Let's say the next one you got was a bag of marbles with 20 in it. Okay. So your number here was like 14 green ones out of 20. You need to find the percentage of it out of 100. Okay, so you need to make sure you can make that into 100. So to do that, you could do it 2 ways. Timesing the bottom by 5 to make that into 100, and timesing that by 5, which would be 50, 70. So 70 over 100, which is 0.7, so it would come out somewhere there. Okay, remember also the way, if you were in my maths group, you would know if you type in 14 divided by 20 times by 100, it will give it to you as a percentage as well. But remember, this is only an extension activity. Don't stress out. If you can do the one with 10 marbles in it and place that on the number line from 0 to 1, you're doing really well. So remember, our learning intention was that you can place events somewhere between the 0 and 1, halfway being 50-50, okay? And place the events perfectly on the number line. That's all you have to do. All right, once again, thank you so much, Michael, for your suggestion of the axolotl shirt. I appreciate it. Make sure you make more suggestions. Otherwise, have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow.